Good evening, everyone. It is time to do some late night monster train. We're on Covenant rank 18. And we're playing an Awoken with Umbra. Okay. Seraph's gonna eat our spells. So we can look to get something like a rejuvenating spell, brambles, or we can just look to have a bunch of spells and let it get eaten. Okay, I think that's just about it on that. Got an ensnare. We haven't unlocked the card back for it. We haven't really been picking it. We've seen it several times. We've mostly just let it go by, but we're being given it, so let's see if we can make it work. We have the default for both of these, not the exile, so none of those shenanigans. Okay, so we actually did a full explosive run, I think last, actually. Could have been 2 times ago. So let's go with Bristling. Got a little bit done here. Well, we do have a fair bit of healing already baked in, just due to having 5 restores. So being able to sort of automatically take a draw 1 means that we can take other options like the red or yellow crystals on the bosses without feeling quite as bad. And Infused Mallet is just a little too much RNG. Not as big a fan of that one. That being said, I'll want to remember that we have this, because often when you draw cards in the middle of a turn when you have no mana, it's actually worse than just not trying them at all. Alright, let's go ahead and get a little bit set up here. Get a guy up there to do some things. Let's see what we get on our Shade Splitter. Make him hit a little harder, and we're actually not going to draw anything, because pretty much anything we draw, we can't cast. Actually, that's not true. We could draw Steel Enhancer, which we did. So we can make him take more damage. Seems questionable. Maybe we'll just put it on him. Okay, it's there, just unfortunate. Don't think there's much I could have done about that anyway, unless I got my root, which maybe I'll get if I do this. Nope. Okay, that's okay. Well, we are going to run into major issues here in a second if we don't take care of some of this stuff. So first of all, let's make him a little bigger so that he can frontline a little better. Let's go ahead and get one of these guys out here. That also seems good for up here. And then I think we just stack this floor a little bit. Okay, do we want the Crystal Dust coming back? I don't think we care, because it's not going to happen, so we'll just sack them anyway and get them out of the deck. So we did not get our thing. And the snare was there. It was just too late. Okay, so we missed out on some money. That'll be tough for us, and we're going to take a bunch of damage up here, which is bad. We can look to delay by just doing this and rooting him, and he'll go up there and die. But at least we won't lose quite as much. So with him getting a couple of restores in there, our hope is that we actually kill the boss on this floor and we don't have to fight those two up there. Okay, 105 is already pretty close. What can we do? So the first thing we can do is we could give him a little bit more health, which would give him 1 more time to do 10 damage, and he would do 3 damage every time. So that's not bad. That brings us up to 123. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at our Shade Splitter options here. That would bring us up to another 10 damage, or another turn, which would be actually 15 damage. Let's look at our other options here. Okay, that's not going to help us any, so that's fine. We can just put that up here. Unless I mistake myself. Oh no, we actually went. Oh, right. Because it's actually 18 damage, right? Because if he lives another turn, he does 3, he does 5, and then 10 from the spike. So 18 damage was enough to kill. Okay, cool. So nothing else matters. We'll just do this. So we only took the 3 damage, so it's not too bad. Not too bad. Not great. There could be worse. Sting is damage, but it's not where we want it. And we already have our draw engine set up with Sap Tap. So I would rather give something damage like with Sharpen or Razor Sharp Edge or Skipping. I'm less excited about Razor Sharp Edge because I have Steel Enhancer. Although obviously that scales damage much faster, and you can use it with Steel Enhancer to kind of offset the health loss, but I think since we already have 2 Steel Enhancers, we're not as worried about that one. Sharpen is interesting, and the ability to get extra spikes is good. It's good, but not great. Let's take it. We need to get a couple of things going. Engine upgrade is going to be an interesting way for us to get extra energy going, and it's a consume spell, so that does double duty for us later. I like the idea of maybe getting some units going. On the other hand, I could definitely see upgrading some spells. Most notably, getting these to a plus 10 health would actually be pretty cool. Getting that -1 cost would be pretty cool. And getting a welcome banner is pretty cool. But I think this is maybe better for us for now. Morsel Master. I think we take the Morsel Master over the Alloyed Construct only because Alloyed Construct has a lot of problems for us. Okay, plus 10 and spikes 3 is very interesting. So we can actually tank up a Train Steward with just those 2 things. And then they become a 543. Not real excited about that. I'm not real excited about that. What would I have been excited for? What if we make the Morsel Master a tank? What if we do that instead? Okay. And then we just purge a card and get rid of a Train Steward. I'm not sure this is the best option, but it's the option we're taking for now, and it may be a very poor design layer. This will help bridge a couple of things. It only cost us really 50 gold to do, so it wasn't too terrible. I think we can pretty easily put this here, put this here. These guys will kill themselves off. That seems fine. He's going to take a boatload of damage, which is actually fine. And then we will give ourselves a whole bunch of energy for next turn. Okay, that being there is a problem because I can't get through it. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Okay. So once again, we are going to be a little bit out of luck here as far as that is concerned. Well, let's see if we can boost this guy. Great, make him angrier. We're not having good luck with our killing of little dudes. We're also not doing too hot on our ability to kill this guy. It's less than pleasant. Well, let's give him 18 damage then. doing even more damage. And potentially... Nope, not even more. Okay, that's fine. And we'll see what we get. So he's only doing 23 damage right now. Can he do more? He doesn't need the heal. He can use the heal. Oh, good. He can do that so he doesn't leave and then we kill him. That's not helpful. Okay, well, we can give ourselves a little bit more damage that way, and then we'll get some well-earned Ember for next turn, I suppose. So do all the things. Ember's not helpful. These are very helpful. I can just get out of the way. Okay, no problem. Alright, so we won. No big deal there. But we are still poor. We are extremely poor. So we're going to be looking to make some more money here. Glimmer is the only one that kind of helps us, and I don't think it does much other than... Well, the damage component to that is actually pretty nice. Let's take that, and so we can add some damage to it. Packed Morsels is the first actual morsel spell we've seen, so I think we're going there. Shattered Shell to sit behind our front line, I think. And we're kind of at the mercy of whatever we get here. Let's go ahead and get ourselves an artifact. I think that's better than duplicating an upgraded something. What do we got? Morsel Miners are good. They seem very nice. And a Crucible Warden, I think, is probably good here. Do we want the Bone Dog? Sure. Our deck is pretty weak, so getting something that gives us a little bit of extra fire health is actually not too bad. The other option would just be to purge a Train Steward, but I don't think that's actually as good. It's not bad. Obviously, getting rid of bad cards is better than nothing. What happens? These guys explode on death. Okay, that's... So how do we want to approach this? Probably in a manner that doesn't end up with us getting completely exploded. It's tougher than it sounds. It is in fact tougher than it sounds. So we're going to do this and this to potentially give him a chance to life steal next turn. And we're going to feed this guy as much as possible, and then we're going to get rid of this because we don't care. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Can we save him? Yeah, I think so. Okay. I think so is a good enough answer. He has to be protected twice. We can take exactly 5 damage and he'll be okay. Okay, that's fine. So let's do this and then those two. Actually going to get something on every floor. Set that guy for 2, and now he's still dead. Why? Oh, I understand. Well, that's fine. The extra 1 damage from these guys dying is what killed him, so that's our mistake. Not really a problem here, it just means we have to be a little wiser about where else we do things. So this becomes a floor that we actively care about now. he's got spikes, so these guys are all going to kill themselves, unfortunately. Let's get these guys out of the way. I think even so, getting our back line stronger is a priority for us. Let's go ahead and give. Oh, we had enough before we killed him too. That's okay. That's okay. Getting him quick would be very nice, I suppose. Okay. So 10, 19, it's pretty much just dead anyway. You can try. Yeah, he's just dead. No, actually we can save it. We can save it. Great. Okay. And that will actually give him some things. Let's make this guy. Give him all health back. Oh boy. Oh boy. This went pretty poorly. Okay. Not dead yet. Technically not dead. You know what? If we ensnare this guy, he doesn't come up. And that's kind of better for us in some ways. I think we just have to give him as much health as possible and hope for the best. Ooh. Alright, what do we got? 156. Not very much damage so far. Let's see what else we got. Not much. What can we do? Okay, that's cool. That gives us 2 more turns. So 272, that's already better. He's got 9 damage in turns, so we actually need 20 health to last for 3 hits instead of, or 19 health, I suppose. So that's going to get him up to 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so that is a 330. We would have to get another 9 health in order to last another one. We're not going to get that. At least not quite. We can get close. Correct? Or incorrect? So right now he's getting 3 health from regen. So another regen would be 3 more health, 2 more. So that's 5, 8, 9. He's got 9 health right now, so actually getting this would overlap it. So that brings it up there to another hit. Okay. That's pretty nice. 406 is enough that we'll win on the top floor. So we no longer lose. That's fine. It doesn't have to be clean, it just has to be a win. Don't think there's any reason that we have to care about these, but just in case, we will fill it all up. Okay. Well, we got 5 back. That's actually pretty good. So getting Bone Dog back there is maybe beneficial. Channel Song is interesting, but we don't have anybody that we really want to make bigger, except for maybe Shattered Shell. Umberstone is nice, but not doing anything for us, and Forever Consumed is a very cool spell. Let's take Channel Song, and then we will work around it. Shadow Eater. So we already have 1 Eater though. So I think Morsel Maker is probably better than that. And then we probably want this first, and then we'll take space on the second one. Let us upgrade units now, because we have a bunch of units, and they're very poor at the moment. So amusingly enough, I didn't even talk through Unstable Vortexes here. Unstable Vortexes aren't that great for us right now, for one very specific reason. If you look at our deck, Restore is one of the only ways we can do healing, which is the only way we draw cards. And Shade Splitter is one of the only ways, short of, again, so we have Glimmer and we have a Packed Morsels, but other than these two cards, Restore and Shade Splitter are still our only ways to make morsels and healing, which we desperately need in the deck, so we're kind of stuck with those until we get better options. A Thorned Hollow is an interesting thought for a third floor. I think now Crucible Warden sits with Morsel Master and Morsel Maker and just is an engine. The question is if we have enough healing to make Thorned Hollow work. I don't think we do, but we can try to make it. We really do need a third floor of goodness, so we'll try. So we can do quick on somebody. We already talked about that being good. And we would like to boost him so that he can kill units faster. And then we are really, really low on unusable stuff here. So what we're going to do is put Damage Shield 3 on him to start with, so he doesn't die immediately, and then we can bulk him up with the feedings that we give him. And we're going to just try to get lots of spikes going here. This is a rough one. This is a very rough one. Them having spikes isn't too bad. It's going to kill our spiky mans, but that was probably going to happen anyway. Okay, so if he goes here, what if we do the following? Engine upgrade go here. How much? So he's not going to kill himself this turn. We will next turn. Okay, so we can ensnare one of these guys. Alright. This is not the worst. Okay. All of a sudden this is the worst? Oh wait, we can do stupid things here. We could actually kill this guy by doing a sharp in there. And I think we need the money for it, so we're going to do it. That feels real bad, but it's what we're doing. Okay, we still have 3 left we can do, so no problems there. I think our Crucible Warden goes here. Our Thorned Hollow goes up here. That'll kill that and then still make it bigger. And then we put our Morsel Master here. Now, unfortunately, this guy's going to die, but he will do a whole bunch of damage to everybody in the line, so that's fine. And then this goes up here. I think we start still enhancing this guy and then just restoring him. Let's get a Train Steward in there to kill himself a little bit. Let's get some spikes going just in case people go up past her. Okay. Yeah, those two things are going to die. That's kind of a problem. By kinda, I mean a lot of a problem. Let's see what we can do about that in a second here. He's going to need some more. We can Steel Enhance on somebody. You can technically put it on a Magma Morsel, then he'll stay alive. Right? No, it wouldn't stay alive because it still has 4 health left. Okay, but let's see what our options are here. Let's get more health incoming there. Let's get more health incoming there. More damage incoming there. I think what we're going to have to rely on is this guy doing more for us. There's So no more space, so now we just get to do 4 of these things. So let's go like this, and what that does is it means he will actually get 4 health from that. Gross. Okay. Yeah, we're in pretty rough shape. Yeah, great, cool, Jameson, thank you. I forgot about you. It's my own fault. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take a boatload of damage from this. But we can look to do some silly things here. Those are both dead. That's great. He's still dead. That's not great. Now he's alive. That's great. Is he going to last at least 1 turn? Yeah, and he's going to do some damage to that guy. Do 30 damage, so he lasts for 3 turns. 52. So that actually gives him an entire extra turn, so that's good. Actually gives him 2 turns. Cool. Because of the life still there. I think we just look to try to keep this guy alive as long as possible. Okay, so we took the 1 set of damage, and then we got our Bone Dog's favor to do some things. That was good. Let's get that in there. Let's see if we can get Bone Dog back. Nope. Alright, cool. A very, very awkward deck right now. We have to get set up in a pretty specific order for this to function. But it's getting there. We don't really need kills except for the 1 guy, so this is okay. We don't need that, I think. We have one of these. We have several things that like rejuvenation. Not really. We have 1 thing that likes it. So we skip and take the money. This is a good way to get. This is a good way to get morsels. Very good way to get morsels. We don't have space for Ember Forge, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would be pretty cool. Let's take that. We definitely have the Ember to do it on most turns. Our units are still mostly unupgraded, I believe. So this is a pretty good option for us. And the money is very good for us. Okay, so plus 25 is pretty obvious on both of these guys, but let's do it on him first because he's very, very weak. Plus 10 damage is fine on the Morsel Maker because having him do some damage is good. Having him be quick doesn't do anything useful for us, so let's reroll and get some other things. Endless is a very interesting option for us. So we could put that on the Crucible Warden. It's tough. Damage Shield 3. I don't want that, actually. That's tough. Endless is the only one that's tempting here. I mean, I could put plus 10 damage on Morsel Maker and just have him hit a little harder sometimes. It seems fine. Or on Thorn Hollow. Seems fine. But an Endless Crucible Warden means that even if he goes down, I can put him back out. That seems useful. Okay. Not the front line I envisioned, but it's the front line we've got, so that's what we're doing. Now that we have we have Gem Trove, we can get rid of 1 of our Shade Splitters now. And that's okay. To be fair, we also have a Morsel Maker and a Morsel Master, so We should be making the majority of things that we care about here. How cool would it be for this guy to be able to kill people eventually? I think we just want to... Oh, is that going to do it? Oh, that's going to do it. He's going to get 2 kills right there. Brilliant. And then we will stack up some more damage for whoever gets on second floor. Once again, we have hilariously failed ourselves. It's okay. Alright, so start putting things out here. Okay. Oh, should have done it down there again. No. That's okay. It's okay. We are not killing that thing yet. Let's see if we can figure out a way to kill it. No. So we're just going to take 10 damage from the boss. Or from this guy. Okay. Sure. And the good news is we're always killing these guys with him having 28 damage now. And he'll get a little bigger each time, so that's kind of fine. Okay, these guys are now going to die for the most part. So I can look to do other things now. So let's see what we get here. That's not great. So we'll just do that so that he can eat a few more things. Him having 44 is not cool, so we'll just do that so he can do some more damage to backline units here. Might as well soak in where we've got it. Okay. Big question is, do we kill this guy? Not yet. Okay. How do we make that happen? We don't yet. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. 61 out of 62, so we need 1 more damage on him. Oh, that's a pain. Okay, well, you're being snared. Let's get that in there. Let's get that in there. This doesn't matter, so we can. It's got a 7-unit limit anyway, so we can squeeze it down and it's fine. He's rooted, so he will die next turn. We can do a bit of damage there. And I think just applying a bunch of damage shield here does give us a little bit of room to work with. Okay, that's going to do 402 damage. Ugh, okay. This can give us a kill there. That's good. Wow, he's already in a very interesting shape, but the gem trove is not going to help him, by the way, because this thing hits 5 times, so it saves him 5 health, which is not much. That being said, he's still lasting for 2 rounds, which is fine. The spikes that he does have are going to do some serious work. So putting Sharpen on there is a consideration. Let's get a Restore in there just to see what happens. No. Oh, because we already healed up top. No, that's fine. Let's do that. 490. It's not a huge amount. Okay. This type of boss, by the way, is why these guys are not as good as the Lifestealer ones, because he's only got 13 damage shield, which actually only saves him from like 2 rounds of this guy, which is kind of poopy. Okay, so we can give him more and more spikes to make this slightly worth it. And then these things just give us more things to do next turn, which don't really mean a whole lot. So our big question is, do we want to go ahead and give him 3 more health and damage? Or go ahead and do it up here. I think we do it up here, since we already know that we gotta fight up here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Cool. Well, we made it, but it's not very pretty. Awake is the first, like, good healing spell we've gotten. So I think we take it. Don't need any of these. Ember Cache is interesting. But I think we already have, with a red crystal and 1 engine upgrade, I think we're good on costs. We're going to make Gem Trove cheaper, we're going to make Awake cheaper, and we don't have an X-Cost card right now? Yeah, we're going to just take money. So this guy is done, these guys are basically done, that guy's done, so upgrading units is not really helpful. So we go this way, and hope for the best. Morsel units entering with damage shield 1 is interesting for a couple of reasons. Teeth of Gold isn't as interesting because we're already killing the backline units with our Quick Sweeper, so I think we're okay there. Let's see what's in here. Oh, okay. So making a unit very small is really cool for something like the Thorned Hollow. I mean, Crucible Warden is cool, but at the point where he will no longer fit in the front line anyway, I don't think it's going to help him. But making Thorned Hollow small is actually pretty cool. Oh, that would have been so good. Just need a little bit more. Just a little bit more cash. Friendly units entering with Lifesteal 2. What does that do? Well, it does one very specific thing. It makes Thorned Hollow actually able to rejuvenate himself twice, so he gives himself spikes 4. But it also means that Shattered Shell lives a little bit longer sometimes. So I think that might actually be worth it. Also, Crucible Warden can hack it a little bit, so that's decent. Okay. That was not a useless 4. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't useless. Getting wing technology was pretty cool. Yeah. It was alright. It was solidly alright. Okay, now we get the scary part, which is Rally dazes people. Okay. He's dazed. Doesn't matter because he'll just eat everything anyway. Let's put the Morsel Master on the next floor. Let's ensnare him for no reason. Just gives us an extra draw. And then we will make ourselves some more mana for next turn. Cool. Okay, so we can channel Song, our Thorned Hollow. Interesting. Okay. So he can be a very, very big boy. I like that. So we're going to do something a little different here, and that is we're going to put him here, and we'll continually feed him, I think. Yeah. We have enough to do both of these? Yes, we do. Good, good, good. And then we can put Morsel Maker up here. Then we'll still put our last guy up there, too. Okay. Last question here. Do we want to Steel Enhancer anybody? Probably our front line. Okay, he's already dead, which is a very good sign. Crucible Warden will go up here now. And then he'll just sort of get constantly fed at the tune of 2 each turn. This guy can go there now to start getting fed, which saves him health now. We can cast both of these and get whatever we want on them. Okay. Probably we put... Get the Morsel Master here so we can actually double up on both of these guys. Which is very cool. And we heal ourselves for 5, which is a nice bonus. So we're constantly keeping ourselves kind of, not topped off, but doing better than we otherwise would. So I'm thinking that we did the right choice there. Okay, now I think we just start healing that guy. He doesn't really need healing, as he's mostly maxed out. And he's going to get his own versions of healing by simply getting lifesteal in his second here. Are we ever going to put anybody down here? Probably not. Let's just do that here. And then we'll put a damage shield here, and what that does is it means that later on when he gets, when this guy gets slapped, we'll get 1 extra turn of punching things. And you can see up here, he's just quietly going to get, +4/+4 each turn. That's not a lot for 3 more turns. He's only going to get +16/+16, but that still brings him up to a 40/40, and he'll have an extra 8 damage shield, which for this guy is actually 8 hits because he just hits for 25 times 1. So that's not, it's not awful. It's actually not awful. That being said, we'll probably kill on this floor. Probably kill on this floor. Let's do the following. So we could be putting these guys out front when there's only 1 guy to do, but I don't want to lose any of these. No reason not to cast on this floor. And we can increase the number of spikes on our front line, which seems good. Just from a silliness standpoint. Oh, I have nowhere to put the Morsel Jeweler. That's okay. That's okay. Let's just continue to make this guy as beefy as possible for now, and then what we'll do is we will just make sure that if a wake comes back through, we use it on him. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we didn't want to cast down him anyway. That's fine. Him going -29 is going to put him in this position to get smacked pretty hard down here. So that's great. Casting on there is great. We don't want to cast Glimmer here because we don't want to kill that guy. We do want to cast Glimmer here, but not until we cast our other stuff. So let's put another healing on this guy. If he takes 51 damage this turn, would that be... Well, we'll find out. I don't think that's going to be enough to one-shot him with Shattered Shell, but at least we can slow down the progress there. And then we look to see, are we going to get Gem Trove back? Probably not, so we can heal this guy 1 more time just to give him more spikes. It's the only reason to do this. These two are now uncastable, but they're probably not coming back. They might, but they don't matter. They do not matter. Okay. So 25, yeah, not enough to kill. That's okay. Let's see what we get here. That seems good. Let's draw again. That seems good. Get a few more of those going. That seems good. And that's great. Okay. So yeah, I think we want space. Looks like we want space. So we'll take the yellow crystal on this. I'm pretty confident that we'll win on this floor. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I feel like we're doing okay there. Especially if we just do this. No, actually, it would be better to do it here too. Interesting. The reason is he only hits for 15, so that's 40 damage per turn that we're doing Prismal Dust applying. Whereas if we do it here, the combination is an extra 90, almost 90 damage per turn. So it's a pretty big difference. Good. Okay, 970 is a pretty good start. So we can do a little restore there. We'll see that. 1004, good. I think putting this guy down just straight up gives us, and in fact if I do it in front, just gives us an extra, like, 3 turns this way, and then we just win. Great, okay, cool. Yeah, we're done. Okay, no worries. No need to do the rest of that. Cool. We need damage very badly. Quick doesn't help us. Trample doesn't really help us. Does Trample really help us? No. Okay, so we're going to have some problems here. Taking the space allows us to put a few more morsels out here and there, which we were clearly running out on before, but other than that, it's not winning us the game right now. More artifacts is probably good, but we probably also need to upgrade our spells at some point, so we're going to do that now. Ooh, not a good feeling. Okay. So let's upgrade spells and then get rid of cards. So cultivating would be an interesting thing. So we'd only have spikes 20 instead of spikes 40. But cultivating 1 would be pretty good, and the extra draw would be pretty good. Because what it would be cultivating would be the Shattered Shell. No, but we're not really stacking up. The problem is we're not stacking up regen on him. We don't care about him that much. He kind of exists until we can get to another floor. So, alright. We need to focus on what's really, really important, which is basically like Awake gets bigger, plus 10 magic power on Glimmer. That's very important. Double stack would have been very important for not really any reason. No, double stack was fine. Okay. So unfortunately, that's all the upgrades we can do there, but we can get rid of 2 cards because we got the big upgrade on Awake to make it cheaper. I think we get rid of 1 Shade Splitter. Ooh, do we just get rid of 2 Shade Splitters? No, we got 2 upgrades on Glimmer and Awake, so I think we might get rid of 1 of our restores. Because we like Shade Splitters for the extra space that we've got now, so... Not great. So, enemies starting on every floor means we're going to take a bunch of damage, but that's okay because we got Bone Dog to heal us. And we also have this, which gives us something. Oh, that's fantastic. Interesting. Man, I almost want to start on not the bottom floor here. He's got this ability. Well, we can do this. That means that one guy doesn't go through. Oh no. I did not think that through. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. So now we gotta think real hard. So him being there does that. I think we can engine upgrade here. Do we still... I take a boatload of damage. Do we put the Muscle Master down here now? We might. Or we might just put it here. It's going to take 15 damage. Oh man. Now I think what we have to do is we have to put him here. And then I think we put... those guys there. Well, at least they all died when they hit. So, I mean, we still took a boatload of damage, but not as much as them hitting and doing the thing. So, yay. Could be worse. Okay, so this guy's going to go here. Then we got to start healing him. We got to start healing him at some point. He's gonna heal himself a little bit. Let's see what that does. Good, good. How much damage are we doing per turn? Not a lot. So right now that's 53. That'll go up to a little more. Is that enough already? Yeah, so if we go ahead and sharpen, here, that'll make sure that, yeah, this guy gets through, does 1 damage one time, and then we don't worry about it after that. And we get the restores going to get more spikes in. Okay. We're going to take 10 again, but just 10. Let's get scared, boys. Okay, he's starting to get huge, which is great. We need that very, very badly. Okay, he's good. That's good. Good. Okay, so now we can do that. That's good. We may want to look to start doing like damage shields on him. Ooh. That's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could actually put a magma morsel here, then Prism will dust it, and then he just gets all the benefit from it. That seems good. That's fine. We could do that here, and then I think we just do... Where is our kill happening? Probably up here, so I think we have to do that. If we get a kill, it's going to be on the top floor. We may also just lose, which is a possibility. It's not great, but it's a possibility. Let's ensnare that guy. That'll mean he gets a kill too. Let's heal that guy. Boy, we need Awake. We need Awake badly. You know, honestly, if we can get an Awake, this guy's such beef. That's okay. Let's keep indexing into this top floor. I think that's our safe option. So him saving 11 health also saves him 18, and we are not killing otherwise, so we kind of have to sit these guys in the back. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Well, we didn't get the one we wanted, but we got an okay one. So, do this first just to make sure. Okay, Awake was not it. So that means Awake is coming on the last turn. So we can cast everything but one. Which I think we actually skip the Restore because it's so strong to get these other options out. So Gem Trove is going to happen here. Okay. Let's try to re-index on this lane and see what we can do. And our backup position 1164. Oh, we're so close. Okay, I think we just don't touch it. Yeah, let's just not touch it. Okay, we won on the bottom floor. That's great. Okay, we still don't need more mana every turn. We're obviously getting through most of our mana troubles pretty early on. Another big heal would not go awry. We were running into some issues there. That being said, actually, yeah, it might be nice to get that extra 2 draw so we can draw past the crud that we're getting. So let's take a focus growth, actually. And then the real question is, do we need one more of these guys just to make sure that we can always pay for the scourges that are going to come up? Or do we try to go for something cute and do like a grovel? And I think probably the engine upgrade is our better choice here, because we can really sack that top floor. So we don't need, we don't really need to get rid of cards. Duplicating cards would be fine. Merchant of Steel is not fine because we don't need anything upgraded there, so I think this is our really only option. So let's look at our trinkets. Sting spells we don't have. When the Consume cards is played, we deal some 30 damage to the front enemy unit. This is actually better than usual because our damage is kind of lacking, so that's not bad. But we'll probably just end up rerolling this. Let's see what we get on the magic front, though. Oh boy. Okay. So let's first of all make Gem Trove cheaper. I think that's super important. Double stack could go on one of these. That's just spikes 8. This would be 2x minus 1 damage shield, but it consumes. I don't think damage shield is winning us the game. Rooted 2 is kind of interesting, but I kind of don't care about that. Regen 6 would actually be pretty nice. It's kind of our only regen source. Let's actually do that. And then 10 magic power. Let's make Glimmer a big heal. Oh no, we could make Focus Growth a bigger heal. Or do we make Restore as a bigger heal? Let's make Restore a bigger heal. Focus Growth is already a good amount. Let's reroll this, see what we get. Holdover. Holdover would be very good on something like Ensnare or Steal Enhancer. Don't know that we care too much. Okay, let's come back to this. I think the 10 magic power is fine, but let's get ourselves a trinket that does something. So reroll here, get a trinket that does something. When you draw, play your first morsel, draw 1. The cycle's super, super fast. Common or uncommon morsel unit to hand every turn does do some interesting things, and applying rooted to the enemy unit's made for. That's probably the best. It gives us a little bit of insurance against bad floor placement. Okay, so now we either do a -1 on something, so we make Gem Trove super castable, or we do another +10 healing to something. I think making something cheaper makes more sense to me. Let's just make sure that Gem Trove is imminently castable every time we get it. We just hope for the best. If we win this, it will be an interesting win because it's not a terribly strong deck. We don't have a lot of good backline except for the one. We got very lucky on the last battle because we got the Channel Song on our Sweeper, which was super nice. Sentient being on the bottom is going to be really nice to take out these guys, so the Purifiers are not going to be an issue for us. That's good. That's what we want. Morsel Maker being up here is fine. We can get rid of a Shade Splitter. Or do we just Prismal Dust? I think we just Prismal Dust. Because it's already got Consume, and we have other spells that are going to be real bad if they consume. Okay, so that's got to go away. Unfortunately, I think Shattered Shell does have to come out, which means we are hoping for a Channel Song to hit Crucible Warden now. It's awkward. Morsel Master can come out here now. We're going to do that. Shattered Shell comes out here. Engine Upgrade goes on this floor, and we're done. Okay. Okay, Channel Song is here. Please do not draw a retrip. So there's nothing available to put with it. So what we have to do is we have to choose. Either we go ahead and put this guy out knowing that, you know, he's not going to get any bigger, or we hope that we draw Channel Song again. I don't think we can do that. Do not think we can do that. Okay. That's very disappointing. So Channel Song screwed us this game. As it often does. As it often does. How do we recover? Thorned Hollow is going to go somewhere. We just have to decide where. Do we want Thorned Hollow to be the one auto-feeding? Or Crucible Warden? Probably Crucible Warden gets the auto-feed. Thorned Hollow goes here. And I think we do a Sharpen on somewhere. Let's go ahead and Sharpen here. We're not going to get it back, but that's okay. Okay. So we got most of our other kind of good things happening here going on. So Glimmer, we don't want to lose that spell actually. So we got to be careful what we do. So Engine Upgrade has to happen first. That's fine to happen up here. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's fine to happen here, actually, because 3 is the same as 4 for the purposes of putting 2 morsels out. And now nothing goes away when we use it, so do that. That knocks a little bit down. we can go ahead and get our packed morsels out, see what we get. Okay, so we'll probably want to double up on that guy, and we'll probably want to double up on this guy. Okay. Let's go ahead and feed this guy again. Yeah. And then, so he's going to go up, which sucks, but is mostly unavoidable. Okay. We've already healed once, so we can heal with impunity now. I would rather get regen up here, but I don't think I can afford to, so we'll go ahead and regen here. And then let's go ahead and start beefing up this here. Oh, he's going to get several per turn. Let's beef up down here and see if we can get closer to killing people. He's got sweep. Let's make it do damage. Okay, so we'll take 10. It's fine. I think we stabilized there, though, because we can kill that guy. Did not stabilize here yet. This is a consumer. They're all consumers right now. So let's go ahead and beef up some damage there. Okay, that drew us a gem trove. That's pretty nice. And that's pretty nice because it gives us more of these guys. Okay. I want to be getting to the point where this guy is actually hitting the front guy for enough to kill him, so we need to make sure that that starts happening. We also need to make sure this guy can do a little bit more to the front line. Probably need to make sure this guy survives, but maybe not. Maybe not. So let's just do that. We'll get the extra 2 next turn. Still doing okay, we've only got 2 turns left. Ooh. Okay, those guys are both dead, that's good. If I root this guy, we no longer have a snare, and that's okay. But he's taking a whole lot of damage, and maybe we can kill him next turn. Let's get that. Ouch. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. Gross. Let's just continue moving on those things. And then probably we just look to beef that guy as much as possible. Okay. Okay, Glimmer is back, that's good. We don't need the Shade Splitter again, so we can use it this turn. Like so. And then we use Glimmer up here, which does some pretty incredible things for us. And then we put a weak there, it does some pretty incredible things for us as well. We can actually technically cast everything. That guy needs to survive. Ooh, let's get close. Wow, he's real close to dying. Gem Trove. How much do we think this bottom floor is doing for us? Not that much? Do we just trust it anyway and just go for it? Eep. No, let's not trust it. Let's get the maximum possible benefit out of every card. Like that. I think this might have to be our kill 4 there, and then we'll just give him 4 life, because that's what we've got. Okay, final wave. Channel Song. Thanks, Channel Song. 747 is not a bad start, actually. So we're going to Channel Song because that consumes. Restore 25 health there because that seems better. And then it's just a question of if we want to get another stack of regen going on him, which is more spikes. I think that's probably smart. Let's do that. Okay. Alright, so the spikes were what did most of the damage there, so unfortunately we don't have that going for us this time. What we do have going for us is a double stacked regen for that. I think we just let the 2 damage go through so we can cast other things. 579 there, that seems good. Gem Trove is very, very useful, that seems great. Actually, this seems really good down here. Yeah, that gives us a just massive amount of damage. Since he heals himself for 55 twice, or actually 57 twice, it gives him 2 full extra turns, plus him healing himself gives him more spikes, which is super nice. This will also give him more spikes, which is, again, nice. This is not going to matter as much, but it exists. And then obviously we just use our last one of those to do a thing. We take 2 damage. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Okay. Okay, so I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. Pretty solidly. All right, cool. Yeah, we got our 5 health back. So I think we still ended up net taking damage. But we got the win. 2 damage taken though, so we healed most of the damage that we took, which is pretty cool. That was ugly, but we got through it. That extra root on the top floor was amazing for us, so I'm really glad we took the root split mask, and that's exactly why we took it, is because we didn't have a lot of kill pressure. So being able to just let things sit there for an extra turn and take some damage from the occasional glimmer and whatnot was what allowed us to not take 110 damage before we got to the boss, so, oh yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully everybody learned something, and if not, hopefully at least you had a good time. Until next time, we will catch you on the next run for Covenant 19. GG, everyone.